Hey guys, this is Shannon with Nearly Organic Noshing, and it is May 1st. I cannot believe how far into the year we are, and May is going to be a crazy, hectic month for me. And I just had a moment this morning when I switched my calendar over to May and then took a look in my planner because I have so much stuff coming up and not enough time to get it all done. You guys haven't seen too many videos from me. I have one, maybe two coming out in the next week. Before that, it was Easter, the last time you saw stuff from me, because I'll link my Easter video up here in the corner. I have a really bad back. I have compressed discs in my back, and I have bad sciatic issues. And at Easter time, my back was flared really, really bad, and I was having a hard time. And then we all got sick with a cold. So we ended up having to move Easter to my parents' house because Jaden was running a fever of 100 the day before Easter. And I was like, no one can come to our house. It's like the germ zone. So we ended up moving to my parents' house and did Easter there. But my house did not get that push of things getting clean because my back was so bad and everybody was sick. So things have just kind of been slacking. Things have been slacking when it comes to my zone cleaning since Christmas time, if we're going to be perfectly honest. I have every intention of getting on my zones, and then I'll just go through on a weekend and do like a mass clean on the house just to get the house by. But I haven't been doing my zones like I should, and I've been talking to my best friend on the phone, and she started doing zone cleaning, and she likes the Fly Lady. So I am trying to get back on track, and just in time, because today is May 1st, so that would be my zone 1. And my back porch is freaking awful. Like, it is so bad. Front porch, not too bad. I really need to water plants, that kind of thing, but the back porch, ugh, so bad. And our house is like this big, so when we have parties and stuff, everybody's on the back porch. And speaking of parties, next week is Chris's 50th birthday, which means next weekend we are doing a big party, and it's also Mother's Day. So I'm looking at, I have a little over a week to get a ton of stuff done before we have a house full of company for his birthday. So I flipped back over here, and then Chris told me last night he wants to go to camp. I can't go to camp. I have way too much stuff to do, but he's going to go to camp and get some projects done before we head there later in the month. But I'm just looking at my planner and I'm going, okay, every weekend in May is booked. We already have stuff going on. And today the guys are at Whirlpool training this morning, and then they'll be back in the afternoon and running service calls. Jaden was working in Ocala today at a special store. And, I keep track of my kids and family stuff. Like in this section, this is Chris and work, and then this is everything for me down here. So every day we pretty much have something after work. So today I'm going to try my hardest to work on my raised beds, because I have hundreds, and when I say hundreds, I mean hundreds of seedlings on my porch that are getting so leggy and dying because they need to be in the raised beds. The problem, my raised beds are not ready. I had a whole bunch of IBC totes delivered, but my back has been giving me a really hard time, and Chris has been super busy, so he finally got all the totes cut apart, but they had non-toxic paint in them. So I'm having to scrub and pressure wash and clean out these totes, and they make a mess. If you can see, I have paint in the creases of my hand that is not coming out. It doesn't matter how much I scrub, it's not coming out. So this stuff is a mess. So once I get started working on it, I can't come in and out of the house because then I track paint everywhere. So today, I already have dinner prepped, and I will link that here. Okay guys, I am on my lunch break and prepping dinner tonight. Tonight is chicken marsala. So this chicken is frozen. By the time I get in from the office, In a few hours, I could probably be able to pry it apart, and it might still be a little bit frozen, but I'll be able to chop it up. And this is just going to be a quick skillet marsala, and I need to grab an onion. I'm going to cut up an onion, some garlic, and then I'm going to add fresh mushrooms into it. So that is what is on the meal plan tonight. I was going to do this over leftover pasta that I had, but when I was just in the fridge, looking in the fridge because I need to clean it out, I noticed we have a bunch of rice too. So I think I'm going to hang on to the pasta to go with the leftover spaghetti and meatballs I made, 2 nights ago? I'm trying to remember. My days are running together. And I think I'm just going to serve this over rice. And then I have a watermelon here I'm going to cut up. I just thought some nice, cool watermelon would be nice to have with dinner. And then I'm making some broccoli slaw. Yes, I could do all this myself, and I could shred it up and run it through the food processor. And it is just so much easier to buy it like this and make it up. So I pulled one of my massive bags of Costco craisins. Oh, this excited me so much. I'll link my Costco haul up here in the corner. This is one of the things that was a really great deal. So I do my broccoli slaw with some dried fruit. So I will put some cranberries, some raisins. I have mayo. I need to grab some the pink Himalayan salt. And I'm going to go ahead and get that mixed up and in the fridge before I have to go back to work. I already have a little laundry going. I was working on my table there. I pulled the old tablecloth off, tossed it into the washer, and I have all new table decorations. These are just things that I had laying around. What is it called? Shop your house. I do that. So it just kind of gives things a fresh look when you just pull things from different places. But the dining room is on my zone for today. So when I'm zone cleaning, I will finish up this area. You can see all the chairs are like full of stuff. So it's not clean. I just cleared the table off, set stuff in the chairs, and I still need to get over there and actually clean. But for now, that's done. But I have 10 minutes left on my lunch, so I need to go ahead and get this broccoli slaw going so I can get back to the office. Okay, guys, my lunch hour is up. I have the broccoli slaw made. The watermelon was not a good watermelon. I just picked this up yesterday, and I probably should have just cut into it and taken it back, but it was way overripe, and it's going to go to the chickens, the vast majority of it. These are the best parts that I could pull out. I'm going to put those in the fridge, cool them down some, might help a little bit. And then I saved out some of the broccoli slaw. I'm going to go give this to the baby chicks and let them have that. They have chick grit in there, so they can nibble on this. I'll put it in a bowl in there and head back to the office. Okay, so I prepped dinner on my lunch break. So after dinner, I can just knock that out really fast, and then I can put on some paint-approved clothes and go work in the garden because I have stacks and stacks of manure. I went and picked up rabbit manure from a lady that I buy it from, and I have potting soil, and I have compost, and I have my wood shavings to do my hugelkultur bed, and I have my wood to go in the bottom. I have it all ready to go. I just have to get the beds ready. So that is like one of the top of my list items I need to get done. And then Chris and I, we bowl together on Thursday night. He is a great bowler. I am not a good bowler, but it is something we do together as a couple, and it's just fun, and we're part of a bowling league, and we just do it and have fun. And then Chris is going to be leaving for camp. So that means this weekend, I just have to kick butt and bust through things and get a ton of stuff done. Friday, I'm going to have my dad for a while. He has Parkinson's, and it's quite advanced, so he is not able to be home alone, and my mom has to go out of town. So between my son and I, we're going to have dad, and he'll spend some time in the office with me and some time in the house with Jaden. So we'll get that taken care of. And then Trevlin wants to go pick peaches with me on Saturday to a U-Pick farm, which is all well and good. I love to do that kind of stuff. Chris and I actually went to a blueberry festival last weekend, which I will link here. But then I have to figure out what I'm going to do with crates and crates of peaches. So I love to can them, but time is of the essence. So that is my week here. I'm already writing out my grocery list for this week, and then I pack Chris when he goes to camp. It just is easier for me to pack his clothes, his food, his bedding, anything he needs to live, so that all he is responsible for is the general, the truck, the trailer, and all of the parts and tools and everything that he's going to take for the projects he's working on. And it's just, we know what we're good at, and so it's a delegation. He works on that, I work on this, we know what we're good at, and it's perfect every time. So if I can get through this week, if I could just get a half a dozen of my beds set up, which I have 12 beds I need to do. So if I could just get half a dozen, I could get the most leggy plants in the ground. So that is my goal, to get at least 6 of these IBC totes cleaned out today, so that I can get plants in the ground Friday, hopefully. Because my lunches are completely taken up every day with animals, chickens, lunch prep, empty the dishwasher, start a load of laundry. That is my day. So when you flip over to the next week, Chris will be back from camp on Sunday, and then this is the last little bit I have before his 50th party. So I haven't started filling this out yet, but it's going to get filled up very soon. I'll probably do yard work the Friday before the party, so the yard looks really nice when people come, so that Saturday I can cook, do last minute cleaning, set up tables, and work on the Mother's Day gifts and all that, so that we can do the party on Sunday and we can do Mother's Day on Sunday. So that is what it looks like, because it is just super, super hectic. So I am trying to get back into my zone cleaning, because if I was doing this, I would not be sitting here going, oh my Lord, I have so much to do. And that's what I'm doing right now, saying, ugh, I have so much to do. My house is a mess. And when I say my house is a mess, it needs a good scrub. There aren't like a million dishes in the sink. My counters are not piled a mile high. My living room stays pretty clutter-free, but it needs a good scrub. I need to vacuum the furniture down. I need to pull all the furniture out and clean underneath it. I need to sweep. I need to mop. I need to do a million things, but there's just never enough time. And I will tell you, I miss having children at home that are young enough that I can say, hey, if you want to go hang out with your friends this weekend, if y'all want to go to the movies, if you want some spending money, then I need all the baseboards done in the house. Because I don't have anyone to say that to anymore. So guess what? If all the baseboards are going to get done in the house, then you're looking at it. That's who has to do it, me. So I am writing out my list of chores I want to get done each day. Zone 1 starts today, which is good because my back porch is major having to get done before the party. The dining room, I actually started a little bit on it last night and on my lunch today. The front porch won't take me too long because I'm not really decorating for a holiday. So I always spend a lot of time on my front porch doing that. But I need to water plants, just need to knock it out. So I'm hoping to get most of this done by Saturday night. So Zone 2 will start on Monday, which is the kitchen and pantry. And oh my goodness, my pantry is so bad. Like, you can open the door and close the door, and that's it, and you can't reach anything else. I've been hinting at I'm going to be doing a pantry renovation video. I don't have the time. I have all the stuff to do it. I have all these 5-gallon buckets and bins and paint and tape and everything. I just don't have the time. And so I think I'm going to have to get through May, and things will calm down a little bit in June, and I'm hoping I can do it in June. So that is my goal. So next week is going to be kitchen and pantry. I will concentrate on that so that we can do the party and the house will be all gorgeous. Jaden is usually responsible for his bathroom. Once a month, I go in there and give it a mom scrub because it just makes me feel better. The office, I'll work on the office when I have time, but it is not a priority zone for me this next month because no one sees the office except us. So I'll deal with that as I'm able to. And then that brings us into our bedroom, bathroom, and closet, the master, which major decluttering is going to be going on in there. Just seriously need to get rid of stuff. You cannot clean clutter. They say that all the time in Fly Lady. You cannot clean clutter, and I am so sick of having stuff in the closet that I might need one day in the future, but I don't know when, so I'm done. I'm getting rid of it. And then that will take us to the living room, which I don't really have decluttering in the living room. It'll just be a good deep clean the end of the month. So I'm going to try and take you guys along with me as I do my zone cleaning for the next month, because I seriously need to do it. My house is a mess. So this is where I'm at right now. I'm going to get back to work because that is what I should be doing right now. But I have a general idea. I've started notes for Chris of things that I need him to do before he leaves. And then projects that we have got to get done, because one of the things I want to do this weekend is get the baby chicks off the porch. But I need a new cover for my grow out pen for the chicks. I really had hoped he was going to be able to get the kitchen painted and the doorway done before his birthday, but I don't see that happening. So not the end of the world. We'll just deal with it later in May. So this is where we're at. I have a game plan in my mind, which makes me feel better. And when I write things out and I list things out and I can check them off, then I just feel better. And that is what I have done. So I have a game plan. I'm going to get it done, and I'll take you guys along with me as I do it. All right, guys, have a great Wednesday. I got to get back to work.